Esophagus. Oh. 3 of them, actually. Oh. And another urn! Yay! We've done another urn. There you go. Cleaning up the home area, which is now decided to spread over here. Here, home area. Here, home area. Here, home area. Here, home area. Because I claimed the urns, so they've just set these areas as home areas. There we go. I think that's... Oh, no, I missed a couple spaces. Your home area. I'm gonna tell him to mine up this compact machinery here. We need machinery. Also, stream done. And they said it's just stream. Yeah, it looks like I had a bit of an internet crap out. Contact there in chat. It's not. Had a easy. Well, that's the thing about a DC and sharing internet. When we disconnect, we disconnect. All the way. All the way. Fucking Victory Town. I'm actually kind of pissed off that doesn't happen. I mean, yes, it's just a small thing to end up losing, but... Oh, yeah, I know. Hey. Okay, there we go. Okay, everything's back up and working. I'm thirsty, how about you? Thirsty. Okay. What? Just like slight. So. I guess it's stretching. Yeah. It's stretching. Except the stretching makes me more. Hey. Is your mic undone? Because your chat is very quiet. Okay. Those of you in James's chat, fucking speak up. I look at his chat, it makes me feel like makes me feel lonely just looking at it. Yeah, no, very bad timing. But hey, what are we gonna do about it? Oh, you put in the storage. Whoa, okay, someone is busy building a buttload of storage. And as per usual, autosave comes in when you're busy. All the way. Fucking Victory Town. I think he would just let you do it, man. I don't think he's fussed about that kind of thing, and I don't know if it's Jack. Well, no, yeah, well, it's kind of weird, right? So, that song wasn't made by him. It was made by the viewer. Okay. And because it was made of him being a public speaker, like, it's sort of content you acquired really without permission kind of thing, or maybe there was permission acquired, but that means that Jack has the rights to the song as well as the creator of the song. It's kind of weird. It falls into a sort of a public commons type category. Yeah. I think it should be fine, but I don't think Jack is the kind of person who'd be like, no, you can't use it on your stream, fuck you. Can you imagine? Calling him Jack, sorry, I mean Sean. Sean McLaughlin. McLaughlin? Yeah. I think I put too many G's. McLaughlin. McGoggleboggin. I have to name a really strange old lady that one day. Your name is McGoggleboggin. You'll be Mrs. McLaughlin.
I know I did.
Sweet. We can start removing this storage here, right? There you go. You'll finally clear up our central structure for a bit. Indeed. Where is it? I don't know if there's anything we can do about those. There's gonna be a problem for the train tracks as well. It's okay, we'll make like little docking stations or something. Like, if I have to go around here, maybe we put the train station like where I have to go around in there or something. It all depends. I can start going into smithing and seeing what we can get hold of there. Resewing first. Okay. I mean, you've already got, that. We're not gonna die. How's our colony work looking? Fuck all. We're like just sort of flatlining. It's actually not bad. We haven't really exponentially increased either way. We've just kind of remained rather static.
That's okay. Someone's gonna make a legendary sandstone wall.
Very true. I'm surprised these urns haven't increased our wealth by 10 billion. Why not just build it out of stone? We've got plenty of stone. The furniture. Yeah, slow. Everything stone is very slow.
You know what?
What?
I have a kind of amazing burn.
What's that? We're stoners. Oh, come on, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's terrible, man. I hate it.
Care. Our entire theology is based around you. My effort takes full time.
Yeah, actually, we still need to sit up. By the way, I see our 3 smoke leaf joints got smoked up. No, no, they're still there, actually. Yes, yes. I'm surprised you haven't gotten in on that. I actually wish I was there as well, because if I was there this Christmas, I'd help you find all the parts you need. It's a lot easier to do than it is to explain. But Nezel's just closer to you, so he can assist you with that kind of thing. He's not on the streams today because he's working in the field today, in the warehouse. So he's not available to come and watch the streams and join us, sadly. Rather unfortunate, but it is what it is. Wonder if there's another patch we can use for growing. We plonked right next to the biggest, nearest available patch. The next best one is like all the way down at the bottom there. Not the most convenient. The what now? Oh, like a little farm in the distance. The only issue is that in a raid they'll target that first then. Good point, and today has not been your day. Oh, puppy's in an assaulting spree. Why? Recreation deprived.
Thank you, Walter, say.
Well, guitars and motorcycle, that's the reason. Okay, well, the guitars, you know, that's entirely your fault. The motorcycle, I claim some responsibility for. But you needed to do something for yourself. You've been living your life so preserved. You know, you might as well have been in a museum. So having a little time to spend on yourself, like, and have something to enjoy is a good thing. I mean, I've always said to James, if I get money again, because since I ran away from home, you know, at, what was it, 15, 17, yeah. Ran away from home at 17. I went straight with James into moving, like, moving to him to another place, get away from my parents and whatever, right? And from that point on, it's always been a struggle. I have not had a single moment where I've actually had money and I was able to enjoy myself. I'm 27 now, and I still haven't had time to be, you know, a rebellious teenager who goes out drinking and partying. I actually haven't experienced that. I know more about food preservation and how to save money than how to go and get drunk and party. Yeah. So I've always said to James that when I get a chance, when I'm gonna be successful, and I've kind of excused myself that for one entire year, I'm gonna take that year, and I'm gonna forget about saving. I'm gonna forget about trying to be a responsible adult. I'm going to just live my life freely, so I can get out of my system, you know, and say, hey, I've actually done some crazy shit. Even if I do it when I'm 30, at least then I can say I've done it. Then I can partake in something that society considers a right to adulthood, a tradition. Grazing traders, yay! Another guys. Our neighbors. Where are they coming from? I want to see. Group slime. Bottom. Okay. Technically, we can change the direction of the town if we wanted still. And just put it on like the left side if we wanted. The reason I'm considering that now is I'm just looking at where our neighbors are coming from, which is below. True. I know you are, but you're gonna enjoy having me too. Now they're coming from at the bottom, so the direction of the map is relative, right? So, why would they come from the bottom? Their faction is... Maybe they were trading with the belts. I don't know. No, they're not to the south, they're to the north. Belkiepado, it's north. Oh, that's why I said it's quite strange, so maybe it's on a return trip. You must behave yourself with some of that money, but I guess you're enjoying the guitars. But the bike is cool too, it fits the guitars, you know? You got the bike, you got the guitars, now all you need is the fame and the sex. And the drugs. All of the above. And a tour bus, yeah. We'll set that up when I get there. We'll go buy a Volkswagen. Volkswagen minibus. Why is he in a major breakers? Insulted 4 times, high life missing, awful barracks, recreation unfulfilled, no abstractor, unsightly environment, darkness, disturbed sleep, had to rebuff cake, ate without a table. Jesus, okay, they're very upset with us. We should maybe work on some. Maybe not a bad idea. We can make the town halls the central eye space, maybe? The hotbox. I'm glad you did. You see, now I told you it was a good idea. Because I've seen you. You're not taking enough care of your mental health. You're taking a fuckload of care of your health, but your mental health, yeah, I don't know. I think you're lacking. They don't have much to buy here, just 1 herbal medicine and 2 cows. And we're not ready for that yet anymore. They've got gold, 31 gold. I could buy the gold. No drug. No, of course, no drugs, no drugs. Caffeine counts as a drug, so you could be a caffeine rocker. And the beer. Beer. The beer. Okay. There's 400 silver, by the way. Yeah. 13 virgin. Oh, well, I'll come there and make sure to scum you up a little bit, huh? How does that sound? You could enjoy my rite of passage alongside with it. When I get the 1 year of ultimate success. Probably the 1 year of fucking no money whatsoever, but... you know... That'll be the year of ultimate success. She's still on an insulting spree. And she sent Tommy into a fucking tantrum. Dang it, Tommy Mud! So you put the coolers in already. I'm still researching the geothermal, which is quite a weapon. Sure. Tables are there, the food is there. We might maybe make like, if you close up that like a small section, we could put like a food section there. Caffeine and cane sugar. Yep, the ultimate drugs. In fact, sugar, I think, is America's biggest drug. The only other cane that America is okay with. How badly did he break things? Not too bad. Oh, really? Okay, no, cocaine is on the no list, eh? Absolutely no list, yeah. Cocaine does not pass the American standard. Well, that's because they have the drug cartels back in, just below. In Cuba, yeah. And there's some side corruption in on the side. I mean, cocaine, I think, was okay. Let's not forget what Coca-Cola did include at one point. And that cocaine was considered a medicinal drug as well. That's an interesting fact, I'll tell you that much. That's true. But I mean, it's the same with me. I mean, all you do is toss a sugary drink my way, and hey, I'm happy. So I can understand. I mean, considering that sugar is basically just a much, much lower form of cocaine. I believe it stimulates very similar structures in the brain. Yeah. So they're from the same sort of mental family? Or what do they refer to? The same sort of... It activates the same neurons, similar neurons. Neurotransmitters, yeah. Yay! They'll be happier, except now they've just disturbed a whole bunch of people as well. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Skunkman is saying Nixon's drug war. It was the Cuban Missile Crisis, essentially. Yeah. It's a complicated mess. Whenever I've gone into, like... You think World War II was like, a complete and utter mess and confusing. No. World War II made sense. There's a lot of things that, like, kind of, like, connected and whatever, and, like, okay, cool, like, this happened and that happened. But the Cuban Missile Crisis, oh my god. It's messier than a Sunday meeting with old ladies who go to church together who are gossiping. There is a load of drama and nonsense in regards to the Cuban Missile Crisis. It is genuinely a mess. Like, the story seems to change ever so slightly from different perspectives. Whoever is at fault also seems to change. It's just sort of wishy-washy. Whoever is doing whatever at what point. Yeah. I probably need to brush up on some more of my American history, because they're probably going to want me to know about the Great Civil War that they had. Well, the Americans versus the Brits, I think it was. Freedom Day. No, Freedom Day's here. Independence Day, yeah. I don't know a lot about Independence Day. You're getting it from a Facebook meme, huh? Oh jeez. Notter and Puppy apparently having a go at it. But why? Like, I would expect more of a fight between Tommy and... What did Puppy do here? Okay. Puppy loudly insulted Notter's height. This drove Notter into a rage, and he began a fight.
Look at the short ass. What?
You know those memes like how not to talk to short people? There you go. Indeed. Axel says Skunkman is everything is sorry. Like, Axel, can I say your name on stream? I know I just did, but can I have your permission? Otherwise I'm gonna keep beating myself up. Nice take. Which the chairs and stuff. It's okay. You know what it's allowing us to do is to consolidate in between them. Anyway, so Skunkman says everything is fucked up and we'll all die. And that's the reason why we live. At the end of the day, I mean, that's the existential crisis. All humans suffer. We have the eventuality that even with our great intellect and power to remember things and stuff, we're going to die inevitably, but that's also one of the greatest reasons to live. Knowing that your life is finite. So you have to live your life to your fullest. As much as you financially can, you know. Don't ever hold back. Don't ever try and preserve for the future, because what are you preserving for? Preserving for your inevitable death. So you might as well just live. Don't preserve. Okay. Barris Page, a knight of the Refugee Imperium, is calling from nearby. His guards were killed in an ambush. He escaped, but is now being followed by a man-hunting monkey. Page wants you to keep him safe at, follow me, for a few hours until his shuttle can come pick him up. He will bestow 8 honor on whoever accepts this quest. This is enough honor to receive the royal title of human, and all benefits that come with it, including the first level of psychic powers. You're the best in line, actually. Yes, remember, incapable of falling in dumb labor. Technically, you're already incapable of most of the things the title bestows upon you, so... Indeed. Useless vegetable it is, except with Mustang. Mustang. Save our ambush knight. Hey, Paige. Page. I'm calling him Paige anyway. Really? No acceptable food. What's his ranking? Maybe using 2 hours a night. Oh geez, that's after Acolyte, eh? He's only got 3 more steps before he becomes a count. Also, thanks Axel, I appreciate it. So, do you want to do the train tracks the other direction? Okay. Let me cancel out this gigantic planned line then. Then later, are we going left then? Or which direction? Left or right? Okay. Like this. Too far down, or I want to leave room for like a train station or something. Okay, just start over. And neither do I, but that's why I'm going quite wide. Let me just go more to there. Like this. I think that skims past all the top sand. Perfect. Where? Oh, fuck! I was worried about that. I was seeing that. We'll create a little deviant there. Like nothing's saying we had to go straight. We could also curve it, maybe. I don't know. This is remote. Where is the monkey anyway? I'm getting the feeling this guy made this story up.
I also get the feeling like happened like this.
Really?
I don't see it. It's especially gone.
Departing in shuttle in negative 253 seconds. Oh boy. In an insulting spree.
Remember, guys, you don't have to medical sleeping twice.
Nah, Falcon's gonna insult Buddy. Why is he insulting people? He was insulted, apparently. Ah, fuck. The monkey was a lie. The shuttle was a... Do we just now permanently have Paige? He's a political captive. Okay. We were busy fulfilling that role, weren't we, James? Ideology. We have the Grand Altar. It can be sent. Ah. We need... Can I build it out of slate? That's close for me. Well, slate. Then we need the bong. Okay, we do need wood though, still. I forget that burn bongs use wood. And they're only temporary. Brass monkey, that funky monkey. Brass monkey, that funky. Again, there's another reference that I probably don't know. Woo! Well, no chairs yet, so they're still gonna complain, but... We don't have any entertainment. Also, I'm sure you can break down this block now. Much. Got a plan for it. Get some pepper and he can be seasoned. Get seasoned vegetable. Wait, the brass monkey, the funky monkey. Get some pepper and he can get some. That's a military part. Brass monkey. Yeah, brass monkey is hang on, Google. Google, tell me please. What is a brass monkey? What is a brass monkey? Okay. According to Google, brass monkey is used in phrases to refer to extremely cold weather. Okay, used to describe cold weather, this saying derives from the traditional Navy phrase, cold enough to freeze the balls off a brass monkey. This references the brass structure, or monkey, where cannonballs were stacked. Oh. So that's where freezing your balls all came from, was... Oh. So it didn't come from literally being cold enough that your balls literally dropped off. Oh. I completely misunderstood that one. I mean, admit it, even you didn't know that one. I thought brass monkey was something to do with the military. Well, I mean, it's technically Navy is military, but I thought it was like a term for a type of soldier or something of the sort. No, it's straight up just a naval term. There's not many confusion there. Yeah, it's an old term. Okay. He gets some pepper and he can be a seasoned veteran. Okay, I need to... The brass. Oh... But is it the two combined or separate? I mean, actually, you have some of the weirdest little references, if I'm honest with you. This is, very interesting. Love it. Oh, by the Beastie Boys. Brass Monkey's a song by the Beastie Boys. Again, it's a musical. If I keep not getting these references, I swear to God, you're gonna dump me. Like, oi, this girl, she gets nothing. She has no culture. Fuck off, Jake. Fuck you. I have plenty of culture. I just suck at remembering things from songs. I don't really memorize books. I would say go fuck yourself and the higher horse you rode in on, but no, that's not the problem. You are the horse. I want to know who the fuck rode you in. I mean, you know the risk they pose, so feel free. Piggy? Oh. I'm still calling him Paige. Let me slow it down for you. You can do it. Arrange the fighters. Maybe do them one at a time. Okay. Never mind. Jesus. Okay. Paige, come use your abilities. Yeah, I'm using it. Can you... Use it again? No. If I just put one of these in there. Check this out, man. He's got unique abilities, like this. You get a ball of light for that. And, what? Psi abilities. They're very, very cool. So this solar pinhole is like, literally, it's from the sun. So you could like place it down, and I think it stays permanently as long as the master is alive. And it's like a permanent sign. Get a garbage can so you could probably be dumped. Oh! Fuck! Axel, it's going to my Axel, Jesus! No, you don't approve this message. Fuck you. Fuck you. Both of you. Holy shit. You ever just stream and spend the whole flipping stream getting insulted by your two boyfriends? Yeah, I suppose you can get away with it. For now. I know where you sleep. Yeah, well, you're not looking for me right now, are you? Cool. So I don't believe those things expire. Let me take a look down the page. So, solar pinhole. Generate a microscopic escape gate linked to the core of a nearby star. Solar material leaks through the pinprick in space-time, illuminating and warming the surrounding area until it closes. The light is enough to work by, but not enough for a plant. Okay. It has a duration of 5 days. So if it provides light, then I can just bring him in here and go. It's cooled down already. Yeah. Little light in the tavern. Yes. Bedroom? I think I can do one more here. storage as well. Like the quick one almost covers the whole storage, just dead center. There you go. Alright, I should do one in the research room as well. Really? Me too. No problem. Ah. Okay, since I'm a victim of stream lag, I'll back up. You said that one guy was insulted, to which my response to that is, get some pepper so he can be a seasoned veteran. I'm making a double punt. Oh, and Axel says he knows where he sleeps too. I vote Mr. Mustard. Because he reminds me a lot of what? What's happening? Why are we frozen? Oh, is that why? Okay. I vote Mustang, yeah, because he looks like the main character from Red Dead Redemption 2. After more, yes. With his long hair and his beard and his gigantic stash. Yeah, you better be careful, Axel. When I come that side and you start to insult me, I'll know where you sleep and I'll poke you when you sleep. Multiple pokers. According to James, it's incredibly unpleasant to be poked by multiple pokers. Poke. Ooh, very nice. Nothing like spring. Page, alright. Well then get off hunting. And then you have a minor passion. Aren't you gonna minor passion into doctor and whatever? What's your doctoring like? And please piss off, my dude. Like, what the? Look. Where is the shuttle? Oh, shuttle arrives in 1.4 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I must have misunderstood something. He ate low-class food. It just gives him a down-in mood. Apparently using a recreational drug fucking killed his mood completely. We should try and convert him while he's here. Uh-huh. Lose his position completely. Okay. So what we do is we give him that Superior. Oof. And you know how to use it. Like you have duct tape and you know how to use it. Oh. Oh no. Kinky. Don't you threaten me with poking? Man, I just threaten you with all the poking I got. Every last little bit of poking. Extract silver ore. Oh yeah, after you start digging up the tunnel. And what are we currently busy with? What's our major project at the moment? Okay. Not a bad idea. We're gonna have to put in like a pathway now between these structures. Make more sense. Maybe like put like a central garden in this area, yeah. Oh. The barn is off-centered. I know that nothing was centered, but it's like, ah! It's so not my style.
Started together by actually very fun. I think.
Indeed, indeed. No, I love that, actually. I'll also touch wood, but this has been a very, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Therefore... It has been a truly eventful stream. I've been threatened with duct tape now, on my own stream. What has this turned into? Need a minute. I mean, I think there are limitations to what you're allowed to say on Twitch. Then again, I've already mentioned cocaine. So. Okay, but the testicles I think I can get away with. But both of them were mentioned in a more educational sense. Less in a... I mean, you can't talk about Coca-Cola without mentioning its history at some point. And the fact that sugar shares the same sort of traits as cocaine, less addictive. But I think that's also because it's a less predominant effect. Less pronounced effect, yeah. But no one ever talks about that one drug in everyone's lives. Coffee beans. And cocoa, apparently. Cocoa is apparently very addictive. I don't know if cocoa counts as having medicinal value. Certainly has mental fixing problems. I still want to try the eventual thing of actual hot chocolate. Actual liquid chocolate in a cup, not powdered stuff. Actual hot chocolate. I'm willing to bet it's like the weirdest thing to actually have. Because we're so used to like milk chocolate and sugar chocolate and non-pure chocolate type stuff that when you're having like actual chocolate. Yeah.
Very proud, pouring all over the sides.
Yeah.
And putting myself up in there.
You're kidding.
Oh my god, what a fact. No, it's a fact that it's sticky meat. You want your plant to lift the bottom of your cup.
Not to mention the hygienic thing of that too. Indeed, I saw. Holy shit, there's a lot of them. Hey, foxies! Zoom in. Oh. I wonder if Tommy's still there. That's gone quiet. Tommy, you're being very quiet if you're still here. What? Of the southwest southwest south far. Southwest from Trump. Oh! Hey, there's a faction called Pop Rock. Pop Rock. Yeah, of the compact mold. Probably. Southwest. South. Yeah. Oh, that one. Of the winner? Puna? Southwest Puna? The name of the people again? No, the people passing through. Lost track. Not Velt. Oh yeah. No, I don't know, because I lost the message now, so I don't know who it was. I've completely slipped my mind already. Hurry up on the goddamn research, please. We actually have it, but we don't have enough research benches for it. Not to mention everyone's busy, you know, as they would be in a colony like this. So I was thinking, well, now that the train's running down there, do you want to put the tree farm over here? Just below the flashy light thing. See where this fence is, a nice square path we can make. We don't have to worry about being too active on it, or if it burns or whatever. The tree takes so long to grow. Probably. Hey, it's raining. Yeah. I mean, it's one of the most peaceful things, actually. Think about it, rain in the desert is like the ultimate form of gifted life.
Yeah, but is this place rock on?
Oh, I hear you on that. There's somebody flashing up on the camera. Acceptable food. Oh, for sure.
Good.
Lol. It looks like some of the wood came in. Where are you going to get the cacti? I wonder, can we get Mustang to connect? Need a natural silent focus type. Still not sure how that works. Yeah, we need power, we need all sorts of things. The food's going bad, the research needs to hurry up now. It's quite a mess. Indeed. Hey. Oh. Oh, okay. It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. He went to bed and bumped his head. And could not get up in the morning. That's an old one. That I believe is a British one. It's also got the sort of British charm to it. The sort of like he bumped his head and just never got up. You know how like British always seem to make the whole death thing so mystical and magical. Yeah. Death or paralyzation, whatever. They make, like, I mean, look at it. What's it? Ring Around the Rose. Literally, the song about a plague. Your kids love it. Thanks a bomb. During this, I'm already starting to feel a little bit fatigued. How are you pulling up there? You need to stop with your caffeine addiction, man. I need to find myself a channel with more history on. I love my history. Then again, most of the history shows seem to be addicted to talking about World War I stories. Nothing of interest. Well, I mean, it used to be after like the first 20 times, and then I don't know. Started losing interest in the great evil Germany. Like to hear more about the Rhodesian War and maybe a little more about the American Civil War. And okay, I know Americans have heard enough about that. And what about did the Indians from India also not take their did they also not achieve their own form of freedom from their British colonial rule? Mahatma Gandhi, yeah. You don't ever really see that covered very often. What else? The Canadians were involved in something as well, I believe. Che Guevara is another one I'd actually like to hear more about as well. I see a lot of references to him, but to be honest, I haven't had a chance to hear his story. Because most people are telling other things. Oh, well, there's an idea for something to watch while I'm working tomorrow. Find a documentary about something like that. But I don't even think they're really that friendly with each other, hey? At least not anymore. Germans are nice people. Italians, so. At least on the surface level. Like, I don't see how they work too well together. Yeah, I think there was a betrayal. Not entirely surprised. I mean, Italy really couldn't quite keep up with Germany's military prowess, even though Germany was wasting it all away. And then you get today where the Germans are just trying to live down their shame. I do feel sorry for them in that sense, if you think about it. Just watch Attila. Attila the Hunt. Man-hunting monkey. Jesus! It's like, you had this dude who was trying to escape you come here like a week ago. I don't know why he was so afraid of you. World's slowest monkey. Must be related to an orangutan. No, sloth. No, sloths are not monkey related. They're similar, not monkey related. Oh, you know, we could have had duels. That would have been an interesting thing to have. I still need to see how that's set up. So one thing that Lyre told me is like there's like under certain ideal religions we could set them up where we could have duels. yeah, like duels to the death and like. So imagine we have like a Western ideology that has dueling, yeah. Like they want to have a ritual duel with crystals or revolts or whatever. With just away from each other and turn around, yeah. Yeah, like in the movie.
God, it's pretty shocking.
I think they were waiting for the monkey, bro. Maybe the monkey got delayed. Yeah, he missed his plane. Alright. Woo! Now we can do the human ceremony. And we don't want to make enemies with them. They're usually the highest level. Okay. You can activate it as soon as you want. Rehold. How many mental breaks have I had? 3 so far, Velvet. Also welcome. Did you finally finish with the food? Use you. Let me get you here and buy a temporary computer for you to use I'm planning on bringing my computer up with me anyway. Just plonk it in a suitcase. I'll have to buy a case that size, I think. But I can bring my computer parts over. Won't be a big deal. I've moved the computer around before. I suppose there is airport there. Delicious. No spaghetti tonight, but that's tomorrow. Aw, what did you guys have? One of those. Well, why don't we grab that? And we set up Mustang on that. Then he's got his own other form of bots. What's a throne room in a Western setting? A paddock? And like, they don't really have an outhouse. I mean, okay. Oh, you had roast with potatoes. Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm actually pretty hungry right now myself. I've had a relatively small meal. What to do with it? I don't know. Maybe we'll end early and make a plan. Let's see how it goes. I kept saying you should watch your sodium intake. Oh yeah, that actually is something I want to check out when I get outside, Axel. I've got a problem with my muscles spasming at the moment, and I need to get that taken care of. I don't know what the problem is. If I do too much exercise, then my body seems to lock up. Horrible. Like, and then I get bruised because of that. Pain because of it. Which sucks. Hey Velvet, I don't suppose you have any of that green stuff here. By chance. Axel said the throne room in a Western setting, non-existent. What if we made the train station the throne? Alright, let's do that then. Would you... I don't know if you have the stuff for us, but would you roll us one, and then you can just pop over and maybe we can share one together? And Notter and Puppy are back at it again. What did you do now, Puppy? Puppy called Falcon's father a pig, then went to Notter, well, Notter returned. Notter hurled an excuse me. Notter hurled... Okay, what does that mean? Hurled invective. Oh. Yeah, I probably have a potassium problem, but I don't have a way of getting potassium in. I'm guessing I've got to eat more potatoes. Potatoes are a source of potassium, aren't they? None. Couldn't potatoes have potassium in them? Sounds like it's potassium potatoes. Do potatoes have potassium? And one average-sized whole-baked potato contains 926 milligrams of potassium, with the skin, or 610 milligrams of potassium without the skin. If you're low on a potassium diet, this is a considerate amount in one serving. Ha! Potatoes have potassium. Take that, bitches! Yes, please. I'd actually be very interested, Velvet. Bring it through now. I don't mind, we just don't mention it by name. I often have it on stream. Ooh. That one was right next to the bedroom. Oh, Taz. Well, in mashed, stick him in a stew. Okay, I despise mashed potatoes. I'm really not into mashed potatoes. But I like roasted potatoes. Indeed. We should maybe invest in potatoes. Potatoes are very filling, which is difficult to make sometimes. This building they want is very, very easy to make. And we can get more goodwill from us than you can do. Maybe we could turn it into the throne room once the quest is finished. Any metallic, woody, stony times 120, any sandstone blocks times 20, any granite blocks times 20, any limestone blocks times 20, any slate blocks times 20, any marble blocks times 20. Construction. I'm sure we can do it. We have 3.9 days to accept it, and it's a 7x3 structure. He gets to sleep through the storm. Oh, there goes Muddy. Tummy. I keep calling it Muddy now. I don't know, Tummy Mud just... Like, I think I know what that is. Can we cancel the structure that you have here, or at least just forbid it for now? And then we can preserve what materials we have. Okay. I didn't want to, I figured you were very happy with the design, so... I actually quite like it, so maybe don't destroy it. I think it's creative and random enough that we just forbid it for now. Well. Make these irritating things here. Indeed. That's fine. Chips. Chips would be nice. Chips are difficult to make, but they're definitely nice. How's your hand feeling, by the way? You got any, like, lingering burn or sting? Any throbbing? No... lack of feeling?
No.
Perfectly normal, no. I'm not worried too much about nerve damage. I'm worried about that powder. Okay. I want people to prioritize working on the stone. But I suppose it's not too important. And I see what happened if I go 3-speed. Okay. 3-speed just makes things significantly easier to watch. Just let me know as soon as you start showing signs of desyncing. One of those things I don't even think it'd be better if we did 5. I think it's localized, you know? What happened? Outside it's 32. No, 30 isn't bad. Oh, you joined the group when we announced that, right? Yeah. Amos said, yeah. For those who aren't in the Telegram group, first of all, I have a Telegram group for both myself and Aegis's Twitch. Basically, we just have it there so we can update live on streams and such, because we live in South Africa. It's difficult to keep up a consistent schedule because you've got to deal with whatever happens, be it load shedding, whatever, you know the thing. And I can update if anything goes wrong, like the internet goes down or whatever, so I can do that. You can find that on my social links on the home page, I think under bio or description on Twitch. Please feel free to join the Telegram group. We talk about all sorts of things there. One of them being one I'm about to mention now. James was trying to fix a light bulb that had apparently disconnected from the part that connects to the actual socket. The light bulb burst in his hand and cut it up. And it wasn't just like a normal light bulb with like little wires inside. It was like one of those more like fluorescent type energy savers. Yeah. That usually have like a fine powder inside. And if I remember correctly, the fine powder is toxic. So I'm just concerned of what that fine powder might do to James. But it seems like the damage was minimal. Stop, man. Say hi to the stream. Hey, stream, everyone. This is Velvet. Velvet. I live on Velvet's property, so. Velvet not only being a moderator, but also officially friendly neighbor. Uh-huh. That looks fucking cool. Cool. Oh, and it's very light too. I like it. Like you could almost mistake that for glass. Awesome. Advertised as glass. So it's not.
Probably not long.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Axel asks, how many horses does it take to change a light bulb? None, because they keep hurting their hands. Yeah, we met, what's her name? Martha today. My god, she's the sweetest thing on the fucking planet.
Now she, you know, over 10 years now.
Yeah, we have the landlord over then, I suppose, yeah. I absolutely love Martha. My god, what a sweetie pie.
That's a big
Really?
No.
She just stopped.
No.
Frozen inside. Okay, a little bit of context for those who are here, just like watching the stream. Okay, so after James cut his hand, since we're renting a small, like, sort of what we call in South Africa as the servants' quarters. I don't think you get this kind of thing in America. It's like basically in the colonial era, and it still kind of exists today, is if you have a housekeeper or a maid or a gardener, what you do is you have them stay in a smaller, shittier house, very much shittier, often with the bathroom not connected to the house, on the back of your property, so that your servant can stay closer, hence why they've always referred it to the servants' quarters. Now, the buildings have been around for that long. We don't really have servants anymore. We have paid people, and they usually stay in the houses anyway. The condition of the houses hasn't really improved, but we're staying in one of those houses ourselves. Now it's Falcon and Tummy having a bloody fight, for fuck's sakes. Yeah, so we're there. Anyway, so we were moving stuff out of here, out of the room, because our little servants' quarters was being used as storage. So we were moving things out of the storage room into a separate storage room. And that's where the light bulb came in. So after James cut his hand, I desperately tore up a vest, because we don't have any plasters or anything for medical. Did you handle the vest in there? So I tore up a vest to try and get some bandages for James so that he could stop bleeding, because, you know, obviously being a light bulb with a glass cut, it's a clean cut, so it doesn't stop bleeding. So I'm desperately trying to think of a way that you know, we could stop the bleeding, and so I did that, and then I saw that there was someone in the house. So I walked up to the house thinking, oh, it's a big house, it's been here a while, they have to be equipped with first aid. Once you, like, because we moved recently, so getting hold of our first aid is next to impossible, but there will be first aid in the house. I owe you that, oh, by the way. Possibly. Let's buy a plan. Oh cool, geothermal's done. 3 seconds. Cool. So we walked up and we asked Martha, do you have, like, plasters? At first she didn't understand, and eventually like, oh, plasters! No problem. That's okay, I'll meet you by the front door. Okay, cool, then she brings plasters, she helped us out. So we took off this raggedy ass, vest. Strips of vest, and we put actual plasters on, which is better. The wounds weren't disinfected, but it's still better than nothing. Yeah, you know some house stuff. Okay, so you know the servants' quarters. I don't know how many houses in America have servants' quarters, but in the media that I've seen, I haven't really seen any houses in America that have servants' quarters. Then again, it's the kind of place you never really show on camera. Yeah, if you look at, yeah, servants' quarters, like servants staying is definitely, again, more British. You know, classic British colonial era problems, you know. To be related to the British is to be related to a history you do not want to be related to. No. This is like the fourth, fifth, I don't know, like 10th social fight in...
So people were busy making smoking joints. And then...
What is everyone so upset about? Toilet paper and duct tape, best band. I mean, I suppose, but toilet paper isn't the most sanitary. I suppose neither is a vest, but I mean, at least a vest, you know, it's just your body on your body. You know, toilet paper is made out of recycled material and a whole bunch of other things. You don't necessarily want that on an open wound. Yeah, we have done it before. Been with that? Huh? What?
Pretty recently.
No.
Yeah, good time.
Oh, was that the time I kicked the fridge or something? Yeah. I was trying to get up. I don't know what the fuck happened, but I ended up kicking the fridge. I can't even remember. This month has been so busy. Every small little detail is just going whoop, out of my fucking mind. You get that? Yeah. I hated this short-term memory stuff. Shit. And Axel says it's not much of a thing nowadays, but some older mansions will have them. Oh, right. And because you'll have all the tornadoes and shit like that, and the earthquakes and the fucking, I don't know, school shootings, and you're constantly going through property renewals. How much time do we have that to? You can give it another day, unless you want to accept it now and give it a try. I guess it would make sense that you would have servants' quarters that side in America, because you did have the, at least a small time where they were the British colonials. That's India. Yeah, and so you can try and join up. Whatever. And then have you checked out the interaction? No, so you click on the little white star thing, right? Contacts. Don't know if it'll work in the preview, but what we can do is we can go over to here. So James's one, right? It's already connected. So click here, like, okay, sure, there's nothing. Go to the store. And then there. And then check. So then I can then go and build, like, buy whatever I want. I can buy toxilobes, humans, rats, iguanas, chinchillas, horses, Look away, look away, look away, look away. There you go. I just wasted all my silver that I earned while watching James. Not much of a thing nowadays, but some older mansions would have older southern states. Older southern states. Okay. Are you starting an event? Oh no, it's a raid. Oh, it's the Itakin, this time with eat it. Eat it? I'm gonna call that yeet it. That's yeet it. If that's Itakin, then that has to be eat it. Yeet it! Yeet it! It's the Yeet it group, and they're attacking immediately. Where are they? Ah. Holy shit, what the fuck did you get washed in the wrong laundry? Look at that bright ass, pink ass fucking... Whoa!
Wow.
Dude!
What?
You missed the voting. Voting up on the stream and stuff. We took all day to put that shit up and then you weren't there. Yeah. Yeah, we were originally gonna do half an hour and then we decided to... Look me. I did a Twitch drop of a whole bunch of horses. Of course, now they're probably gonna stop because, yeah. So I have enabled the magic mod. We go to mod options. There's no way I can see the mod list here, can I? That's fine, we couldn't have one. I'll take them all, smack through that. Yay, we knocked down the pink one. I want the pink one. I want the pink one. Extinct, please. 10, please. Catch up is good. Never mix your reds with whites. Yay. Oh, it died anyway. Dang it, I wanted the bright-ass pink one. Just a bruise to the foot.
That's good, isn't it?
Yes.
Right, so any small amount of pain will pass it.
Oh. Oh, I wanted the flipping pink one. Up it slowly, huh? Food binge, Mustang. So, you've never smoked with other people? Well, okay. You must understand the culture of puff puff, puff puff puff. 2 puffs? Awesome. And this needs to be clean. The fact that you're having to pull so hard means there's enough tar on the inside. These things are particularly hard. That's why I prefer these, because if you want to clean them out properly, you just pull that out and then that, but then you need like sticks, whatever, and the gunk is ugh. Anything related to tobacco, and this can have its own problems. Oh yeah, I'm also trying something out, by the way. I was enabling something very interesting, and I'm not quite sure what it does. If I go to... It was home? Was it community? Was it content? No, it was content. No, it wasn't content, it was settings. No. Okay, let's just go through these things now. I'll freaking find it. I can't remember now. Bro, my memory is completely messed up. But anyway, I've connected it to YouTube somehow. And I think it's going to upload the videos automatically to YouTube. I don't know. Collection. Oh, it's not that great yet. It's on 1.8. I mean, but today isn't going to be so bad. Yeah, but I've been trying not to pay attention to that. As you know, you're supposed to. So, we'll have to see. Like, the average is going up, but within certain amount. Recovery. F1. Where was it? I can't remember where the hell I was looking at it. Anyway, I just figured I found it out somewhere and it was worth it, so. Yeah. I need to get 5 people talking at the same time, apparently, for 1 achievement, which I'm missing. No, it's just another achievement. And Scutman, Axel says, get some Willy play. Willy? Willy what? Willie Nelson? For what? What's Willie Nelson got to do with this? He's dead in 7 hours, so it's an immediate treat. Who's our best medical? Was it not so, wasn't it? 6, yeah. Battle mode. And 10. Who's she from? He's from the Refugee Imperium, so we don't want to capture him. Okay. She's got 10 medical and 10 social. What happened?
It's someone who's got injury, right? Plans in.
I guess that means we needed a medical bed. Yeah, I'll do that for now, just for now. I think if we want more, if we want more, let's the car wash. You walk past that car wash, you could smell it. I remember walking up there with you once, and I smelled. When I walked up there with Jen, I smelled. Whoever working there has a supply. I've noticed that some people are very daring with that. They sit and do it in public. I should put positive names. Yeah. Oh yeah, true. Does that mean I can talk about it, or shouldn't I really mention it in the stream still?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've noticed they fixed the overlays, by the way. Previously, if you enabled that, it would enable on my side, and it would irritate the piss out.
Like this?
Yes.
Okay.
And it would irritate the piss out of me. I think they fixed it, because I don't see it. And you're not currently desynced. And we're currently at 3-speed, and it's still fine. Axel says the puff and pass. Yeah, the puff and pass tradition. We never ever forget that. It's the ultimate tradition. Another raid, and they're attacking immediately. This time with guns. Okay. We've got a revolver here, so... Bring it. Coming up. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Looks like Mustang's about to voluntarily join too. Wait, I just want to see something. Okay. I've got a new change in plans for how we do things. I know, I'm not arguing. Jeez. We must build a wall, an unroofed wall around it. Because remember, I had that other problem with that other colony where I kept getting raided, but they'd break through the wall, and I couldn't understand why they were breaking through the wall. The heater is considered a weak spot to the AI. Send Cake to help Puppy there. She's down there where the corpse. Okay. Cool. They're both dead. They didn't go up everyone. Well, the horses are definitely hungry. They went straight to the survival meal. Birds do it. Bees do it. Even fishes in the sea do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. If that's falling in love, then I'm falling off a cliff, baby. Sweet. I see it's Randy again, who went from nothing to something very quickly. Fucking Randy, man.
So you know what we have to do? Yeah. Take out the longest time.
I fucking approve. Go for it.
Mounted man card.
Yeah, but we can't have automatic.
Like,
Yeah, but we can have revolver. I'm giving Tommy that revolver.
Yeah, it's right.
This is nice. You're comfortable. Like, I don't have back or anything, but I was thinking we should do this more often.
That's different. I just can't
Hmm?
have to wait for
And then speaking of stuff. Which is easy enough. No, but I meant this. You're here chilling with us. Think about it. Like, I'm right next door, but you spend less time with me now than when I was further away.
Yeah.
So, it's like, you can come chill during the stream. You can join us for
I'm doing this. I'm doing
Yeah. Why not? We're hanging out. Forget your little... Okay. With you must... Just for me to help me out, because I'm difficult social-wise anyway. You must give me a social cue, because of your awkwardness. Very neutral. You express too much opinion, so I have no idea whether it's a positive reaction or a negative reaction. If it's a positive one, you've got to give me a sign. Negative one, positive.
I am
Oof, double infection. I'm not saying it's not hard. As someone who stutters and has social anxiety, you know how long it took me to get used to this. Honestly, I'm still not used to it. The more I think about it, the more it's a problem. But the way I deal with it is ignore it. Also, you might think this isn't a very good thing, but when you're looking at your screen, you don't actually see it. It depends. We must do the application for the teaching native camp stuff, right? If that goes first, then two things are owed. Microphone and account. Like, they're a must, because they were already in the whole interview process saying that the microphone was making a bit of noise, and the camera wasn't as good, right? But I mean that makes sense considering we're using a cell phone camera, and yes, a streaming microphone, which is better than some headset microphones, but still a Chinese that microphone is shit, you know. And Scott Axel was saying the game is punishing us for smoking. I don't know. I don't. It's Randy. Maybe it is the smoking or whatever. But if I didn't right now, I would probably be going to bed earlier. No, I was like, man, starting to fade. I don't know why. It's one of the cases now where the mellow state that that's in is actually higher than the state I'm in. It's okay. Let me just take a look for you. It's puppy. I don't know. Oh no, puppy's got double infection. That's a new one. I don't think I've seen that. Big angle. I have to do that to puppy now if she's a base human with no resistance. You may notice we didn't start with any superpowers. No single page, no mechanical. Saying to ourselves, no, we're gonna earn it. The hard way. No. Yeah, but like we should have seen at least a mage pop up, come to think of it. Do you mind if we quickly save the game and just check if the mod enabled? Let's just like bring it up and then whatever. I mean, we also have Mr. Velvet here with more experienced modder than the two of us, so okay. Yeah, but if I'm hosting, the mod's not on mine. Wait, hang on a minute. Let me check on my end, because I'm sure I put it in. It wasn't enabled. Okay, okay. Go and do it so long. I think the game's about to restart. Or, wait, did it restart? It didn't restart? Did that happen? What? Remove the map.
I think it just doesn't like it's fucking like basic game.
Oh, okay. Well, now I feel like a dumbass.
Well, you are a dumbass.
At least it didn't burst a bulb in my hand.
At the end of it.
No, not at all. I've had to deal with things.
You are the genuine smart guy. That was way back in the first.
No, it's not double. That was Lanceria.
That's not serious.
Yeah, I remember I was outside and because of my allergies or whatever, I was sitting there with James, chilling, watching the weather or whatever, and I just sneezed, and all of a sudden, just like I could see it. That's how big the bubble was. Just this bubble that pops out of my nose. And it was like, what?
I could see the sun bubble then.
Yeah. Hmm. It was called a removal of magic, and it was one of the naked lakes. If you did, then it should be on your list. If it's not on your list, then okay. Drive safe. Yes.
What was that? Oh, this one. Okay. Click on that one. Wait.
There's magic. I've got magic.
Okay.
Yep. Research magic. Unfortunately, that means none of us have magic, but that's okay. Let's start with one.
Yeah, it is.
I think the plan was to eventually go genetics and stuff. Hopefully this one will go a little bit longer than our last one. Also, notice we're not building out of wood.
Yeah.
In a way, yeah.
I don't think I have it as well.
Actually, let me pause, sorry, James. Okay. Right, James, come on now. Pull yourself together.
Okay.
I can send mail here, right?
Yeah.
Well, just double check it for me.
This.
Yeah? Go to downloads then. Completed. Maybe just unsub and resub? Anything like that? Not even showing up right.
We should.
At the top, man.
Oh God.
Don't worry, I did the same thing.
I'm flying here.
Creation of the color of the fix, like one shade of gray, like
Then the other, yeah, you can't flip and see it. We're planning on fixing it. Slowly. We wanted to move more things today, but yeah, we were about to grab some more. Oh, and then it decided to have this massive storm, which then lasted the whole of the day. So it's like, okay, cool, never mind. And James went and got his new card. He should get a new bank card. Actually, really pretty. They put yellow on it. Yeah.
I asked for
This is standard. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I understand.
I like the yellow. It adds a nice definition.
Stand up. Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna accept this other quest now, because I've got.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. It's gone. I missed it. Sorry. It was only a couple of hours, and then I looked away and got distracted for a bit. Are you joining them? Okay. Pausing so you can catch up.
Give it a minute.
Okay. Yeah, you'll see now why we have to pause, and you'll experience this if you join. We've got a U. I just loaded the characters from the previous one. Okay, what I forgot to do is save this one. Yeah. It's pause like that, and then. Okay, so when he clicks, it starts to load.
He'll be playing when whatever. I'll be trying to get in to the final button and catch up.
Yeah, it'll lock him out until the progress bar reaches the host.
It's current, but the progress bar is moving. So it ends up getting to like 8 million bucks.
And
Ends
originally,
up doing this.
we also couldn't go to 3 speed because one of our PCs desynced. I think the mod developer has updated it recently because it's perfectly stable now. Now that we can go up to stage 3 and actually maybe have some decent progress going forward. And this time we're also not on the mode, the time mode, but we've decided to be committed. Yeah, commitment mode with actual commitment. Do you have another mug?
There are more.
Do we have another container for some sugar? How about that bag? You're holding it up to the bag.
There's another one.
And the sugar.
Very, very, like, okay,
Chinese team, we're Chinese team. Think about it. It's a herbal remedy. It's peace tea. It brings your soul to peace. There might be some sugar, but I don't think it's gonna be so bad. Could be worse.
Puppy has not.
What?
Very thick.
Oh no, excuse me.
You're kidding. No. Oh no. But we have doctors on like an extreme level. Immunity 83, infection 99. Immunity 83, infection 100. Oh well, whatever. That's good. Bad luck. Okay. Fucking cold water, dude. Cold water, like refrigerated water. That is the bee's knees. There's bee's flippin' knees. I've spoken about so much stuff, I don't even know why I'm trying not to swear anymore. Eh? Delay Lexington and tradition. Okay. Can I go back to speed? Okay. I can't believe we've lost Puppy. That makes me sad. Oh. That's okay. I wonder with the magic mod now we've given it, if that other thing still works. Expensive.
Puppy.
Uh-oh.
Red.
Okay. I think if you choose Mustang, okay, I think you just have to be very... Okay. No, but to activate the event. Okay. Okay, yeah. that's normally what happens. So when he goes to resync, then it's like a reconnect and stuff. That's usually when you hear that happening on stream, you start to hear us get more and more irritated. You start to understand now. Yeah. Okay. It's just it's a thing, but you know, it's whatever. Alright. Only 2 people are sleeping, but I suppose is it nighttime? Morning? What time is it? Okay. I forget that I've got the clock here sometimes. Did it do anything? It did use up the silver. So, get back. Yeah, the Twitch shop, really. Yay! Oh, it puts my name in if I buy it. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm with this. I'm just changing this. I'm fucking changing this to say Raven. Okay. Okay, well that means Skunkman is Axel's never doing that. He's a baseliner with super ethics. Oh, the religion. Super ethics. I looked at this megacorp CEO with his pitiful rent-a-cot. All that power left fallow. I tried to convince him that we're long since proven that we have the strength to rightfully rule this universe. If anyone disagrees, I'm always ready to defend myself. Life of a Perfect Life Support Engineer by Jacqueline J. Hart. I love it, it's brilliant.
I haven't seen a repeat of that.
I don't know. All I know is she is crap.
But is that a genetic performance?
This is generic, right? It's slowpoke, depressive, pyromaniac, and incapable of caring and firefighting.
But we got our pyromania.
We've got a pyromaniac.
So
Yes.
genetic colonists had one of the worst negative effects.
We're still getting the worst one. I did also get another one. I got the cheap one. I got a worse one as well. So I want to see what's worse than this. Fuck. Ooh. Mood boost by 1. Awful. Wait, what? No, with the Twitch drop. We got another Twitch drop. It was Awful Colonist. But it's gone. Awful Colonist, or a curse, and there's nothing. Very. The hell?
If it was so cursed it died on you. I don't know.
Okay, does that mean I don't have any more to redeem? I've still got 66. I can try order another one after a while and see what happens. I don't know. You could probably afford the flippin' best one. Maybe there's an invisible colonist around? Like, we've somehow spawned the Yeah, like we spawn the Rimworld's equivalent of a ghost. Which makes me wonder, is there any ghost mods? Are there any ghost mods?
Like when they die.
Or like hauntings or whatever. Oh, can you imagine you're haunted by a ghost that like that stays in someone in the colonist's bedroom or some shit like that, and they just keep doing the same thing over and over again, and then like it's got that trait that then says, oh, whenever your colonist encounters a ghost, they run away in fear and have a negative down boost for like 4 hours, fearful or something. But then it just like won't leave. It just keeps doing the same fucking shit. Okay, I'm getting Ghost, the guy. Halloween Paradise. Sentient Animals. Sync. Goku Pack. Okay, that's interesting. Genetics expanded. Another genetics expanded. Another magic. Jeez, I don't know. I haven't seen anything. No one's done a... Looks like a ghost mod, like poltergeists and things. It's kind of sad. Why has no one done that? It's untapped terrain. It would have to be like an independent NPC or something. That would skin. When a person dies or whatever, they have a chance of spawning this NPC. And all it does is roam around your base.
Like it's
Yeah, they have like social interactions and whatever. And like they're just a permanent feature, they never leave. So like your colonists never leave, and you can change the settings set as 100 times. Like 100%. So every time a colonist dies, it's guaranteed. So whenever a colonist dies in your colony, be it a good or a bad thing, it is a guarantee that you'll have this ghost colonist roaming around your base, occasionally disappearing or whatever, and like harassing a colonist.
We will catch everywhere.
Imagine how quickly the map would fill up. It would be sheer and utter chaos. I mean, you built the generator, but we need to put the power up. Maybe it was during your desync. Yeah. Onto the next range, wait. Oh. There's a bow. Fish. So there's supposed to be a link that's going on, but it's not linking for some reason. Look at mods here for a sec. Mod options, remove the magic. There you go. Okay, so it's here. It's definitely there. We just haven't encountered it yet, but that also means the raids can be a lot more dangerous. I mean, imagine like some explosive storm or something suddenly comes in. The best we have is a bunch of pistols. Go up 3 feet again. Okay, so new Raven is pretty crap. Nah, I don't think we should do it so much because the difference between a viewer giving it to us and us doing it is cheating.
True. So we made this really fucking easy.
I mean, if you can give yourself anything you need, I don't think that's quite the same thing.
Okay, we'll replace it from
No change, but I'm just saying have it open. What do you mean replace? Transport pod crash. Another one. Dead in 21 hours, cracking the pelvis. No. Refugee Imperium. These guys just like falling from the sky, don't they?
something like that.
It's like just a slingshot system. Oh, well, that's okay. We're just making buttloads of relationship with them at this point. Yeah. Her childhood was an organ farm.
What's it now?
Okay. And then her adulthood was a ballet dancer. What, did you just run out of components that they couldn't remove that wasn't vital to you?
Oh, she was racing. Upbringing.
For the medical of 9. Eh? Yeah. Her intellectual's good. Oi. I'm really growing a nice little relation there to Martha. How goes it on the housing adventure, by the way? Who needs time? Well, we've got a lot of things to mine, unlike the previous stream.
Yeah, thank you for this.
Okay. There's another house you're building over here. I like the randomness you're getting to it. It's actually very cool. We're still trying to do the western theme, but it's much like as close as we can get.
Other kind of focus and also question. And I tried making my base solid. Eventually this all turned into one big
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost one technically. One was technically inside building, but quietly. Anything to make.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're right about that. It sort of becomes... I guess I'm not going to do. Okay. Okay. So tomorrow we're moving the things.
No, we need to copy.
The mirror thing, the other mirror thing, the one golf club, some gardening stuff, the small heater thing, TV thing, and micro. TVs do I need it? But I must say I'm not doing any of those until you go. No throwing away or selling or anything in that regard. It's right. All I'm doing is the only things I'm doing is moving to one festival. Okay. Oh yes, those kitchen cupboards. What are you doing though?
Since they're sitting over in his food.
By the pool. Those kitchen.
In the gym. Haven't been there.
They look like they were removed. I don't know. Did you install a new kitchen recently or whatever?
Actually, everything in that kitchen. That's a.
Because if we can clear those up, like if we clear that up and we can use those, we'd love to. I know they're counterless, like they're just a cup. There's no. Yeah, we can. Oh, liar can like you know the place we can buy wood, right? Reasonable. That's good, but only kind of. Prisoners. We've got to keep 2 prisoners. Then we get a skill trainer for social. Or 17 goodwill. We haven't got a prison type.
I never thought the world is.
Not that bad. It's sometimes pretty fun.
Yeah, it's just in the first time I watched it in class, but
Oh well, I
it's
mean,
going to get pussy.
yeah. It like besides the goodwill, there's honor for Mustang. But we maybe don't want to expand on that too quickly. But there's the side trainer for Mustang when he gets his thing. Yeah, that's about the only thing. And we've got to keep them for 8 days. Alright, if you want, you can throw it up and do it. And then for the reward that you want. You put the freezers in. When I put the freezers in, I always remember. So I claim innocence on that one. I think you're gonna love what we're gonna do. We're gonna turn this into streaming. Specifically because it's smaller. It'll be nice and warm during the games. Nice and warm during the winter. And it'll be easy for sound. So put the kitchen and the computers here. The only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a hole there maybe or whatever, and I'm gonna send a signal cable for a screen through the roof, and aux cable for sound down. And just put a screen there with 2 speakers. And maybe a wireless mouse. Yeah, then I figured what's cool is then we can still like watch things in there, whatever. Have a little privacy, whatever. And someone can still be there playing games. Or you could completely like chill, turn everything off in this room, and then still go and just watch. And the best part is you don't hear the constant buzzing. But as you can hear now, all you hear is the computer. Which, when you're trying to sleep, is I mean, again, I like noise, but not that kind. I think James would describe it as I've got a sensitivity to like low tone. Like I can't be near anything. Driving insane. A specific one. Oh, okay. Okay. Then yeah, then that for me, I can't sleep with that noise. It gives me head. Not that it really bothers me that much, but it provides a physical sensation.
I actually used to use that specifically.
It's
not different.
yeah. I think the problem is we've had really shit luck with fans. I mean, you've heard how loud our fan is. You've heard how loud my PC get. And James' PC maintain like my PC varies. Like it starts off quietly, but then she gets really loud, and I know why. The fans and I'm not quite sure how to fix them, clean them, whatever. I don't really fuck with cheap. Because I can't afford to replace that kind of thing. So that makes a lot of sense. James's PC, he's got a general fan or something. You can hear it's cheap. All you hear is fucking bit. Those ball bearings are a pain in the bloody. I was thinking what I must add to the next purchase, by the way, is the hygiene module, toilets, toiletries, and whatever. We'll have to include bathrooms. Yeah, young beggars slime charity. What do they want? 88 silver. Okay. Well, we'll let Raven, the... Wait, I didn't read what the fuck Raven is. So, although he's a super ethics, his childhood he was a bully, number one, and he's a male, 57 years old. And, his adulthood he's a stew keeper. The hell? It's just got like some royal expectations of the religion, and it's like, no, he's basically McDonald's. Medieval McDonald's. Oh, okay. Okay, so we'll hope you come hang with us again. I was really asking, you know, about the beds, the TVs are just leaving for the weekend.
Yeah.
The golf clubs were fine.
Yeah.
The tents, and then boxes that aren't silver.
Anything to do with the doors and picture.
Fake. But other tools like batteries and such.
Yeah, like batteries and things that are obviously my dad's
Work stuff.
stuff.
Yeah. Thank you, man. This is chill. This is fun. Fuck yeah. We should make a habit of this.
Yeah.
Videos. You're busy digging out the hydroponics. I have to set a new reset for us. I'm gonna set patient. What? What? Oh. Yeah.
I was just making next size but square.
I'm sorry. I was thinking it's the perfect shape for hydroponics to put the light in center, I think, and it'll be enough. Really? I think you can follow the same rules then, really. You not have a girl on the production furniture. Oh, it is. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah. Jeez. That's fucking fresh.
That's what I told you last time.
Can we still do my door thing? Okay.
But it's a strange.
Mm. Duck. I'm thinking of. Wait. No. I'll explain why I'm done. Yeah. To those of you who are still here, thank you very much for coming. Going to end the stream here. We will resume more tomorrow. If you want to hear more from me, I shall be in the Telegram group where you can poke me and ask me any questions. Well, it's actually there too. It's his thing as well.
Sorry. Here's the connection. And now we will think about talk about generic stuff of the console.
Indeed. So thank you very much, guys. Just.
Because